You're here with Sky Covington and her co-host, myself, Darlene Calloway, and you're watching WJZZ Live TV, Cool TV, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Cool TV, WJZZ, the coolest station in the world.
All right.
Yes, it's good to be back.
It is such good. It's so good to be back. Hello, beloved.
Hello, Sky. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. This is our Well, I just have to brag, and I'm really not a bragger.
No, but please do. I know you're not, so please do. This is a new thing for you. So do it.
So I had Ramona Collins at my home.
Shut up. That's
and just
wonderful.
she went in my cabinet and got a glass. She bought some wine. She ate my tacos.
Lovely. So please inform our audience, who is Ramona Collins? Everybody
Collins
does not know.
Yes. Okay, I think we have our special guest.
Yes.
He is on it. Hello, Mr. Myers. Okay, so while we handle that.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Myers. No, he'll be calling in. Okay,
wonderful.
So I'll just keep, okay. All right. So Ramona.
Yes.
Ramona is one of the premier jazz vocalists in the world.
Whoa, yes.
That's who she is.
Yes.
Her energy is so nostalgic. Her spirit. She's just so. She is created.
Yes.
There are people like myself that's in construction, but she is created. She's a finished product.
Okay.
Like yourself.
Well, that's a high honor, and so I had the great privilege of meeting the wonderful Miss Ramona.
Yes.
And she was outstanding. I've yet to hear her. Well, I'll take that back because the night of the photo shoot and the dinner, she performed all night long, and it was marvelous. She led the way, and it was nice. The harmonies that went around that room, it was beautiful.
So I have to admit something about that because I'm under construction, and in my mind we were going to philosophize about jazz and all of the things that jazz does and what it is and what it ain't and all that, and we got down to the science of it, and we just sung.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I felt just now in the spirit when you said that Sister Ramona had the opportunity to sing with all of you beautiful queens all at one time.
Yeah.
And I just felt in my spirit she gonna look. I'm gonna take advantage of that. Because how often in the future, other than the Satin Dolls, will you all be in the presence of one another in that kind of form? So I thought it was that kind of vibe.
It was definitely that kind of vibe, and it was something that I was doing. It was something that I was doing.
I'm not on the screen.
Hello, beloved. Mr. Myers? Okay.
Hello?
There he is.
Hello, beloved.
You talking to me?
You talking to me? You talking to me? Well, we know. I just want to thank you for giving us a little time before one of the longest jazz jam sessions in the world, pretty much. I think you should find out if there's a marathon that you could enlist this jam session in. I'm serious. I'm gonna make a note of that.
Oh wow, that's okay. Hey, am I on now, or did I call too early?
No, you're on. We're right here. We're live.
Yes, Ms. Myers. Welcome to the Preservation of Jazz Hour.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to quickly introduce my mentor, my friend, our beloved, Detroit's beloved, the Bill Myers. He is the epitome of jazz in the on this side of town, but all around the world.
Yes.
We're just happy to have him in our neck of the woods.
Yes.
Ladies and
Glad to have
gentlemen,
you.
Bill Myers.
Yes, welcome.
And
Hey,
he-
thank you. Who am I talking to?
you're talking to Sky, and you're talking to my beautiful co-host who you met some time ago, Darlene Calloway.
Darlene. Okay,
Yes, good
cool.
evening,
I wish
Bill.
I could see you. How are you?
Sir, we're well, thank
All right.
you.
So this is audio calling. I didn't know if it was video or audio or what. I didn't know.
Yeah, well, because of the well, they call it a storm. I just call it winter. But some of the wires got detached from all the wind, and so we had to just do something real authentic.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes.
Because I shaved and everything. I try to clean up for this.
Well, can we have you back, beloved?
Yeah, sure. But let me know so I can shave.
Okay, I'm gonna keep you. I'm gonna keep you posted, and we're gonna do a video call. But I just want to say, all the things that you are to Detroit, and
Oh well.
it's
Thanks,
just extraordinary. So share with our audience a few things about you that you might want them to know.
Okay. Hello, audience. It's a pleasure talking to you. I don't know who you are, but I hope you're interested in what I'm about to say. I'm a musician. I'm not a jazz artist. I'm a musician.
Okay.
I'm a piano player, music director. I worked in a lot of fields of the music business. Band leader for 40 years.
Okay.
Just also a writer, arranger, but I don't necessarily call myself a jazz player. I'm a musician who plays many styles of music,
Yes.
of which jazz is one of them, and I love jazz. But there's lots of other kinds of music out there. So
Yes.
Okay,
It's
I
all
stand
good. It's
corrected
all
on
good to
that
me.
too. Yeah.
yeah, well, that's one thing I do. But I'm an activist, and so I spend half or more of my time in activism, fighting for peace and justice in the world, along with my wife Twyla, who passed away recently. The two of us have been married 56 years, and we were a team.
It's not up.
And now I'm playing music, and maybe whenever I can, I'm at Burt's, but I'm laying back a little bit on that. It's a wonderful experience. Burt's is probably the what you would say the quintessential location, the mecca of black culture in Detroit
Yeah.
for the appreciation of all forms of African American art in the music world. We play not only jazz, R&B, blues, whatever, the whole thing.
Yes.
And honor the history and the artists and the music and writers and all the people in the black community that gave us this beautiful art form, which, by the way, I understand is the only original art form that came from the United States, jazz.
Yes, indeed, that is correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do stand corrected because I sometimes get so involved with jazz, and Gene Dunlap also, when I was performing for those guys at Baker's, he was telling me, he was like, get in the habit. He told me, get in the habit of saying that you're a musician and a vocalist instead of saying that you are a jazz. Sure. And so I do stand corrected because jazz can be everything. What do jazz is just, when he say jazz, I think when he say jazz is like the meaning of improv. So when you say I'm a jazz artist, you're also saying that I can improv on any type of level. What do you think about that?
I couldn't hear a word you're saying. Now I heard you just say the last two words.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I just want to say I stand corrected because Mr. Dunlap that I was performing with at Burt's was also.
Yeah, I heard that part.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned that too. I heard Charlie Hayden say that, and I agree with that. I prefer being a human being first.
Yeah.
And I do whatever I can do. We're all human beings, and we're all committed to things in life to do. And mine is to hopefully end war, make the world better and safer for everybody, and fight racism, fight all hatred, and all that stuff. And then in the meantime, play music. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, wouldn't
Yeah.
that be nice?
And with you saying just that what I'm learning is about balance. I was doing a like a questionnaire, it was an interview, which it was cool, and it really I did it yesterday, and the questions that they were asking, but um, one of the questions were, oh my goodness, like what are you outside of music? And you just gave us a perfect description of what you are outside of music, which but it's still, to me it still is music.
Uh,
It still is music. The opera, well, the opera is the action of us as humans. That's what my definition is. What is your definition of that? Like, you know, do you feel that what would you, do you think that you're living an opera?
well, I don't know what the analogy you're using here, but the opera thing is still a musical art form, a
Yeah.
cultural art form
But
that was employs acting and singing and set design and costumes and all,
Right.
theater, the whole thing. That's a beautiful art form. They're all great.
Yes.
Opera's one art form, so it incorporates many other art forms within it. Filmmaking incorporates photography and acting and music and all that sort of stuff. Film editing. So a lot of the arts incorporate many of the other arts also,
yeah, and in
and
reference,
it's all part of life.
Yeah,
Life
and
is
yes.
encompasses everything.
and that's what it is, and that's what I mean as far as the opera, as far as jazz, to take that all those meanings and apply it to what we do every day. You spoke about activism. You spoke about your beautiful wife, and our deepest condolences, beloved.
Yes. Deepest
Your,
condolences.
Yes, thank you.
um, it's I always get very it's like I just want to just hug you all the time. Um, but one thing that I do know is that I love when our musicians find magic in their mate, and Twyla brought out some of the best music in you, and we got to see it firsthand. So I'm just so grateful for your
Thank you.
to be able to experience the love that to see the love that you both shared.
Thank you. You're right about that too. And if you have a love life and people that love you and you live love, then that comes out of your music.
Yes.
Comes out in your music. And we met. My wife and I met in a bookstore, and I was looking for a magazine copy of Downbeat magazine, a jazz magazine. So the first things we talked about 56 years ago was jazz, and we got to know each other's interests and stuff, and it sort of helped us lead into each other.
Yeah.
And music's been like the score for my life. It's been there the whole life, and so is film, so is everything else you mentioned. Theater, art,
Yeah.
and it's all. The more you can find beauty in life, and you can find it better when you have someone with you that you love, and that helps a lot.
It sure
You
does.
can't hate. You can't be mean to someone you love. You have to. Hate comes from treat that person right because you don't treat them as a human being. You don't consider them as a human being. That's how wars happen and all that. And that's how they train soldiers to kill people. You got to dehumanize the enemy
Yeah.
so that it's all right to go kill somebody because you don't think they're even worth human level. So I mean that's the extreme of it. But the other extreme is loving so much that your life can be so beautiful that it comes out in everything you do.
Yeah.
So I was very grateful to have someone like my wife, Twyla, for so long,
Indeed.
and that influenced my music and our politics. We were both activists, and
Yes, definitely.
fought against war back in the '60s, the Vietnam War. We started pretty much on that, and against anti-Semitism and against racism, and all that stuff. Anything that divides people, that makes people not work together. We always been struggling for working together, and a great analogy is, being a band leader and working with many musicians in many different settings. It's critical to know how people can work together. The better you work together, the better your music, the better you play, the better you sing, the better you get along with the audience, the better environment you're working in. It's all got to be based on love. Love is the bottom line.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that is the bottom. And that's a heavy, beautiful thing. Like molasses and all those different things. When I was thinking, when I hear that, I always think of when in any music, when you hit that bottom, that's the heartbeat
Yeah.
of what we are trying to portray or give to our listeners. And you have given you have given that in so many ways, especially with you have a band that does African drums, like a more Spanish.
Yeah, I've got a salsa Afro-Cuban band that I work with.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, so you
That I
know
ran
all about
for
the
several
bottom.
years.
Yeah. So how is
That's
that
just
going?
a cultural thing. That's crossing the cultural barriers. Cultural, bringing people together across cultures.
Yeah.
The world is one. The world is one. We're all the same. We're all valuable. It's just got to find out about each other. That's all.
Yeah, you got, and that's the bottom line. I wanna ride with the bottom because it keeps coming up. It keeps coming up
Yeah.
in my conversation for the past week. That I was talking to a young lady the other night. Well, my friend the other night, and we were talking about how when as we are growing in music, our music or our notes, we don't mind going to that lowest note and letting it linger. And I'm just inspired by your story always, and by your love with your beautiful wife. And I'm always inspired, and I'm always looking for not the high pretty notes all the time. In any music, we were talking about concentrating on the bottom, on those bottom notes that kind of linger and lay there, and you look at somebody when you sharing that music, and you make that face like woo.
Yeah.
So tell us about the jam session that you've been doing. How many years?
Okay. Well, we started in March 2001, and that's 22 years ago.
22 years ago.
And it started, actually, Dee Dee McNeil was the vocalist who started it. She was over at another club on the west side, which I can't think of the name of it right now, near Southfield and 7 Mile. And I subbed with her a few times. Hubie Crawford was the bassist, and he recommended me to sub, so I subbed. I got to know Dee Dee, and then she moved over to Burt's and called me to be here with her and Hubie. And Hubie's my soul brother. He's my number one buddy in life. And I said, heck, I can't miss doing that. So, and I had just moved back down to the Detroit area, and it was just perfect. 5 miles from my house, working a jazz gig with Hubie, my buddy, and Dee Dee McNeil. She started it, but she didn't last more than a year, I think it was about. I went back to California, and so we ended up taking over the gig. The band did, and Spiderweb came in, and it started with George Davidson and Hubie and I.
Yeah.
And then George was replaced by Spiderweb, and we were together for like 10 years. And then Hubie passed away tragically in '07, and then he was replaced by Ralph Armstrong. So it was Ralph and Hubie and Ralph and Spider and I for a few years, and then Spider left, and Galen McKinney came in, and then it was Galen and Spider and I, and that was called the SBH Trio, and we did that for like 10, 11 years. And now we have a new formation with Butter Hawkins on drums and Ibrahim Jones on bass.
Yes.
Although Butter hasn't been with us regularly, we've had some great subs, and we're down here with the three of us. And the jam session is, for a while there, it was going strong with 2 nights a week, Wednesday and Thursday. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And when we came in, it was we only played 3 hours instead of the original 4. So we're here from 7 to 10.
7 to 10.
And everybody comes by here. We've counted, like, in the years we've been here, there's been thousands of singers and musicians and other performers, poets, rappers, everybody, and thousands have come through here. And it's been, every night has been just an amazing experience. Every night I love this place. And it's one of the, I wouldn't say it's the best kept secret anymore because we get more and more people coming down here, but I feel sorry for the people that don't know about it because it's a feeling of home when you come in here. The audience is part of the, we set it up so the audience feels as involved and welcomed as the musicians here. And it's an exciting experience. We enjoy it.
Well, we thank you, and I just we want to give you here at the Preservation of Jazz Hour, Bill Myers. I love you, and I've always appreciated you. I thank you for all the things that you've done through the years. I want you to come back on, and I want us to dig deep. I want to be. I'm looking forward to that. My co-host, the beautiful Darlene Calloway. Do you have something you might want to share or ask, Mr. Myers?
Well, no, not really. Just to acknowledge him because I did do a little research on him, and the genres that he covers was so I love Brazilian music, and I see that he covered that too, and I just thought that was so amazing.
Yeah.
All of those different musicalities that he embodies. So thank you, Mr. Myers.
Well, Sky, I want to tell you, I remember you when you came down to Berkshire when you were a young little girl and joined us. It was so sweet. You were so talented, and I've loved you ever since. You're a creative force in Detroit here. Always ambitious to try to bring music to people, and I love what you do. You've got a great spirit. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are neighbors. We live in Hamtramck.
Yes, we are. Yes.
we live so close. We can walk to each other's homes. So I'm going to make
sure. And we don't. We should do that more often.
No, believe me, I do. I have my Sabbath on Friday, and I said I'm going to start coming over and bringing you a plate every other week if you have me. Just to
of course.
To let you know that you are loved, and I thank you for your time. So our beautiful people, we're going to leave Mr. Myers to his work because he's going to be orchestrating and being the music director and the producer of tonight's show at Bert's in the Eastern Market. You can go down. There is a love donation of $5 or more. You can just put
no. There isn't. There's no cover charge.
Oh, there's no cover charge, but you all know about love donations.
No cover charge, but you can give what you want.
Yeah, sure. Yep. That's what we mean. You can give a love donation.
But if you don't have money, you don't.
Yep, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to if you don't have it. But just give a love donation or a hug, and or a song. And when you go on stage to do your song, know your key, so the band can just so the band will know.
Got it.
So the band will know how to treat you. Thank you, Bill Myers, from Darlene and myself. We love you, and we'll talk to you soon.
I love you too. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, thank you. Remember,
and I'll see you. I hope your audience comes down and sees us at Bert's on Thursday.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
And Bill, you on the Preservation of Jazz Hour.
I will remember that. Thank you so much.
All right, peace to you. Have a good time tonight. We'll see you soon.
Adios.
Adios.
Yeah, that was wonderful,
so good.
Sky.
That was so
Yeah,
good.
we want to thank you all again. You're watching WJZZ Live TV, Cool TV, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Yes.
So how has your week been?
Well, since I'm coming off bereavement. Coming off bereavement. That sounds kind of
no,
foolish.
it doesn't. It's like no.
Well, we laid my dad to rest on Saturday.
Yes, and our deepest condolences again,
thank
beloved.
you. We appreciate that. it was such a loving homegoing. I felt so at peace. You know, my intention was to speak, and I had a song for my father. I sang for my dad at his church.
Yeah.
I mentioned that on our last episode. And anyway, I felt so at peace. I just let everybody else do what needs to be done. And his pastor, Reverend Hood, Dr. Hood, he spoke so beautifully of my dad. It was so lovely. And the repast we had at Greater Grace,
Yeah.
they served us and just honored
ooh.
my dad. It was so beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah,
I saw some
so-
pictures on the Facebook too.
Did you?
And you
Yes.
all were in your blue.
Yes,
and
yes,
and you
yes.
look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, sis.
And your siblings look so
Thank
beautiful.
you,
You know, I was
yes.
looking at you like that's
Yeah,
my girl.
Yeah, we honored dad, so it was nice. So I'm still kind of settling my spirit, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
can
good.
dig it.
I'm good.
So let's talk about some of this new music that may
please.
inspire us a little bit.
Yes, yes.
I'm gonna split this page up with
Okay.
you.
All
So
right.
let's talk about it then, and maybe we can play like a
Snippet. Or something.
so on our list, and we are going off of the passion for music and travel on Jazz Observer. So that we're fans of Jazz Observer, and we hope that the WJZZ Cool TV, we can all come together and partner and do that because we are in love with your website. So Shabaka Hutchings, she's one of the newest artists, and Shabaka Hutchings was born in London but raised in Barbados and became an award-winning player who can transition between the clarinet and the saxophone with the startling amount of ease. While he started out in calypso bands, he transitioned, becoming the bastion in the UK temporary jazz scene. And although the preservation of jazz is not always old-fashioned jazz, we're going to listen to a little of Shabaka. Let me see here if I can find it. Here we go. On clarinet, we're gonna listen to a little bit of that, and then we'll come and talk about another new and upcoming artist. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do. We're just gonna play a snippet. All right. So while we're putting that together, currently he leads 3 separate bands. So the brother is like working really hard. Possibly the most intriguing is The Comet is Coming, a unique trio that blends jazz, electronic music, and a whole lot of attitude to create something futuristic that will likely alter the course of several genres. Okay,
nice.
so here we go, y'all. We're gonna listen to a little bit.
Shabaka. Huh?
Yeah. All right. So beautiful. That's So we just want to, look him up. What do you have? You got something to share? Some up and comings?
I do, yeah. I have Camila Meza, and she was born in Chile. And Camila, she easily qualifies as a triple threat.
Okay.
Along with being an exceptional guitarist and a singer, she's also an accomplished writer. She, her music features classic jazz elements melded with sounds of Brazil, Southern American folk, and even American pop.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Let me see if we can play a little tidbit. And spell out her name for me, beloved.
Camila
M. Camilla Caballo?
Meza. Meza. Meza.
Okay. CAM.
The last name is Meza.
Okay, what's her
Meza.
first name?
Camila.
Oh, I-L-A.
Camila.
CAMILA. And her last name?
Meza.
M.
Meza. Meza.
MEZ.
Mm-hmm.
Let's Let's see what we can find out. Oh, and she's beautiful too.
Mm.
Let's see here. Let's find some songs. Oh, and so yeah, I'm so inspired about what's about to happen because jazz needs to be fused. It needs to be fused with electronic and just a whole nother sound.
Yes,
I,
yes,
I think I'm ready for that
You
experience.
ready for
again.
that?
I think I am definitely. So that I'm inspired.
That made me think of Miles Davis when he started playing with the young people. You know, people tried to say things that he wasn't for the original jazz, you know,
Yeah.
but he was about fusing, like you say,
Yes.
and expanding, you know, that art form. So,
Yes, he was, and that is the beautiful Camilla Misa.
okay.
So, last week we had some questions.
Yes, you did.
Do you remember that?
And what were the questions? Do you remember that?
Well, yeah, I made a little note of it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I made a little note.
Hey,
Oh,
let's
I
go
think I
with
made a
that.
We're trying. Okay, we're trying to give. Well, no, we're not trying. We're giving. We want to give you just some great jazz stories and some commentary on who's coming up, who is who's hot, who now we don't do who's not, because if you are given a gift, I've learned that the gift should be, there's no expectations. Okay, so we are super excited to be a part of the Preservation of Jazz Hour. So let me just say again, welcome to the Preservation of Jazz Hour here on WJZZ Cool TV. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. We love to hear from you later on the show. Please call in and join the conversation at 313-355-6016. Tonight, we always have a great show for you. We just spoke to the amazing Bill Myers, and so we're going to take a deep breath,
Yes.
exhale, and walk back in time continuously on this show. We want to spend time talking about jazz and all of the facets that jazz embodies. That's what we want to do. Okay? So my camera is here. You can look right there and deep in their eyes.
All right.
And we just want to look at you to collectively and says, welcome to the Preservation of Jazz. Together,
welcome.
to the Preservation of Jazz Hour with yours truly, Sky Covington, and my beautiful co-host, the beautiful Darlene Calloway.
Thank you, everyone. So good to be with you all again.
Yes. So now we're going to have some fun. What are we doing? We're doing the questions. We're do the
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. So last week we asked some questions because we want you all to be a part of coming to the show February the 25th. What is going on February the 25th? February 25th is the Black Bottom Jazz Showcase. And at the Burt's Warehouse Theater, and we are so excited. It's going to be a triple threat with the main event being the Satin Doll Review. So, what does that mean? So, for one price, you get 3 shows. You get 2 shows and the main event, like a big boxing match.
Powerful.
Yes, so powerful. I want to let Darlene share a little bit. What is your take on this beautiful Black Bottom Jazz Showcase being an honorary Satin Doll?
Well, being an honorary Satin Doll, when I first saw the show, I thought to myself, and I said it aloud, that it's just world class. You know, the talent, I think it's more than, it has to be accumulative, more than 300 years of talent, of skill and mastering of that craft on that stage that night. And that's pretty powerful. You know, I know that all of you, again, have sang and performed in all the genres,
Yeah.
not just jazz.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a well-seasoned artist, and all of you.
Yeah.
You know, I know you have what 30 years plus, Sky.
Ooh.
Well, 25. Okay, I'm dating it.
Well, no, that's good. I mean, when you think of when you say that, it makes me shy. But it's been a minute.
Approximate, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the accumulation of everybody else's years in the business and
Yeah.
all that you all have brought to the table, it's magnificent.
It is.
I
It
am
is
so in
magnificent.
love. You all have to be at this show. You
Yeah.
must make an appearance for your own good. You need to come and see this.
Yeah, you really do need to come see it for a
Yes.
few reasons. There there's a few ticket prices. We do have the VIP, but in this show, everybody is the VIP. You know that about me.
Yes, I do.
I believe that every individual in that makes Detroit interesting. It makes Detroit. You know what? I'm going to digress on that one. I'm not going to say that everybody doesn't love Detroit, and everybody, and I'm not going to do that to Detroit. But what I will say is Detroit is an amazing place to grow and to become something.
I would
Would
agree
you-
with that.
you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, to
So many
become
different
something.
facets of
Yeah.
Detroit, you know. I don't care what level you're looking at, you
Yeah.
know, be it medicine, art,
Yeah.
you know, engineering.
Yeah,
Detroit got some stuff going on.
We
Some
do.
beautiful, beautiful
we
stuff.
really do. Yes. Yes. So I do because this is our third show. I may be getting some calls from from a few people because I have not put the word out that we actually have a show. So I do apologize for that, but we're going to be okay because I want to do better next week because everybody again is important. And Mr. Nevek, let me see, maybe we could get him on this show.
Who is that again, Scott?
This is Mr. Nevek. He's doing some graphics for the Satin Dials. Let me see if I can get him.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Nevek.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, we're on my show, The Preservation of Jazz Hour. So
Oh, that's great.
yeah. So say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, it's a show that we do.
Or should I say, what up, though?
Yeah, what up, though? Yeah. So I want to call you back, but yeah, we do this show, and we're so grateful for you because you are the person that makes our that allows us to sell our tickets. You kind of put you put it all in words, verbiage, and glossy photos. We always need to promote the graphic artists.
Absolutely.
You know, you are one of the most important facets of the any type of event. So I just wanted to answer the phone just to say, give you your flowers on my show, on our show. And so we appreciate you. So I'm gonna call you when I get back to the office tonight. Okay.
That's super kind of you. Thank you very much. Call me whenever.
Okay. Peace to you. Thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. All right. So let's get back
That
to
was
it.
nice.
So we got we had Shabaka Hutchings. That's our from the Jazz Observer as one of the some of the newest artists that's out. And
And that was Camilla Mesa.
yeah. So those are the two names that we should look out for. But who are we looking out for, and what events outside of our own are we looking out for this upcoming month?
The remainder of this month. That's a good question.
Yeah.
You know, first came to mind Thornetta Davis's show that she does.
Yep.
What is that?
That's
club?
at the Tin Roof.
Yeah, the Tin Roof. Yes.
Tin Roof.
She does that Monday. Is it every other Monday?
Once a month.
Once a month.
She does
okay.
that, and then you can go to Woodbridge Pub
Oh, absolutely.
to see myself and the band and myself. And you can go to on Wednesday nights. You can go to Cliff Bales.
Yes, it sure.
That's a great night. And there's the Detroit Music Awards. They just did their first submission for the award ceremony. They're going to still do a video event because a lot of people are still very skeptical about doing live stuff. So
Yes,
we have to
yes.
respect that. Um, we lost the beautiful Gretchen.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, yes,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. She
Yes.
was such a warrior
yes.
for the arts and for jazz. And
Yes.
yeah, my
So I'm-
condolences to her family.
Yes, our condolences to her family, and I'm just gonna pull up my notes here because she just did so much.
Yes, she did. Was she not the reason for, or a part of the main reason for our Detroit jazz during the summertime? Our festival and things, was she not
Yes.
so integral?
She
in
was yes,
keeping
she
that
was
going?
she was a major.
Yeah.
She really fought. She
thought
really
so,
fought
yeah.
for. And I'm sorry, I just have to pull
No.
up my notes.
I have so much respect for her, though.
Yeah.
And then they have the building over at Wayne State that's going up in her name.
Really.
Yeah, it's a jazz facility that they're building right at Forest and is it second or third? I forget. Yeah, I think it's third.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I didn't know that. That sounds great.
As a matter of fact, they honored D.D. Bridgewater.
Oh,
They
did
named
they?
the theater, I think the main theater, after D.D. Bridgewater.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, I'm very, very saddened to hear that. She was just marvelous for the city. You know, she brought so much. She put her money where her mouth was always
Yes.
when it came to music and jazz and for her city. So much respect to her and honor to her family in her passing.
Oh, I just want to. Oh, shoot.
Was that
Yes.
announced today?
The beautiful. No, this actually happened some time ago. Maybe
missed it.
maybe 2 weeks, and I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I know what you were going through.
Yes.
And
yes.
then you missed that, and I should have told you. But Gretchen Ballard and Eddie Colden both loved music, and music was loved. Both loved music, and music has loved them. Excuse me. They both were blessed to have a passion for music that lifted them up. Good time jazz. Gretchen and Eddie were introduced to jazz at a time when it didn't take itself so seriously, and was played in a place that you went to forget your troubles. Gretchen and Eddie each created a jazz club and was only 4 minutes away where they lived. They both have brought a lot of us along for the ride. I'm just looking at this. This is okay. This is what 2019. So I'm just
Okay.
trying to find some information because I can't
Yes.
find my notes.
Was she not the proprietor of Mac Avenue Records also?
Oh,
or
that's
the
a good
founder,
question.
or I believe she was really tied into that if she was not the founder of it or CEO.
Let me see here.
That's a great loss to the city. A great
Yes, it
loss.
is.
Yeah,
Yes.
to music.
So, just pulling up, businesswoman Gretchen Carhart. Excuse me, Ballard. Excuse me, all, because I did not have my notes. But she dies at the age of 97. Yes.
Yes.
And again, our condolences to her beautiful family.
Yes.
I did have my notes, and so I apologize about not getting that information. But she was a businesswoman, philanthropist, and arts patron. She lived at Grosse Pointe Farms, and she just did a great deal for the genre of jazz. Granddaughter of Carhart Inc., founder Hamilton Carhart. Ballard served as chairman for the workwear company,
Okay.
still family owned in Detroit region after 134 years.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes. The Carhartt brand is a big
Yes.
brand.
She was also known among the regional arts community as beyond as the Angel of Jazz for her long-lasting contributions to Detroit arts and culture scene as well as the global jazz community. At age 74, she founded the Mac Avenue Records jazz label,
Yes.
which subsequently earned 11 Grammy Awards and more than 50 nominations. At age 82, she opened the Dirty Dog Jazz Cafe and award-winning jazz and dinner club in Grosse Pointe Farms. So
See, that I did not know.
yes,
That
I
was
didn't
her
know
baby
either.
also.
That was her baby.
That's marvelous.
We've lost an angel, and this is the Detroit Free Press, by the way. We've lost an angel and the city's greatest champion for jazz, said Rochelle Riley, the city of Detroit's director of arts and culture. No one worked harder for more elegantly to ensure that Detroit remains a global jazz capital. So our condolences again, and we're just catching up. Us start relaunching the show, the Preservation of Jazz. We're just catching up, and we want to say that I'll be performing a very special show for the beautiful Gretchen ballad, Carhartt ballad, this February. Between 15th and 18th.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing that with my band. And I just want to make sure that I do justice again. We'll post some stuff on our Preservation of Jazz page on Facebook. Like and share. You want to give our thing here? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Like and share.
Again, you're watching WJZZ Cool TV live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. We would be pleased if you would like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'd like to thank you again for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Yes, I feel so proud saying that.
Yes.
I do.
Yes, it's a good
Marvelous.
feeling. It
Yes.
sure is. So we did talk about the questions. We did ask a few questions, but it's almost close to closing time. So we're going to give you another. Let me see. Oh. What is it called when when music is made up while playing a song? That was the question last 2 weeks ago. So if you can call, what number is that?
Where the number is 313-355-6018. Again, 313-355-6018.
Yes, if you can call with that answer, you will get 2 tickets for the February the 25th. You get the preferred tickets. And so answer that question. The next question is, during what decade did jazz become popular? All right. So we have about 4 minutes before it's time for us to go. We just want to say again that we love you, we appreciate you, and we're doing this for the preservation of jazz. There is a lot of genres in the industry and in life, but for us, jazz is our favorite, and that's what we're pushing. We're pushing jazz, peace, love, goodwill, and what else?
I think you kind of covered it.
Yes. Let's be good to each other.
Yes.
Let's be good to ourselves. And let's not be afraid to express ourselves in music. So if you're sitting on a talent, please let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. All right?
Yes.
All right. So we want to just do something that we do on our show. What's today's date?
Say, is it 27th? No, 26th.
The
Today is, yeah,
26th?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the 26th today, years ago, in 1933, Louis Armstrong records "I Got a Right to Sing the Blues." Violinist, pianist Stephen Grappelli, born in 1906 in Paris, France. Let's go back a little bit. In January the 25th, and this time, today, back in the day. All right. Bassist Wellman Broad, born 1891 in St. James Parish in Louisiana. Composer Antonio Carlos Jobim, born 1927 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Yeah.
Saxophone composer Benny Golson, born 1929 in Philadelphia, and Dizzy Gillespie making his first recordings record Bird Songs in 1992 with altoist Pacuto de Rivera and Jackie McLean. What do you have for us?
Well, January 17th,
Okay.
1934, in Dallas, Texas, pianist Cedar Walton was born. Pianist whom I love so much, Nat King Cole's
Ooh.
trio records Body and Soul, 1944. Yes.
All right. And so let's see here. Okay. So let's keep going because we got one more minute. I have one. All right. In January the 23rd, since we have a lot, we're just starting. Duke Ellington's first Carnegie Hall concert was in 1943.
1943.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, trumpeter Clifford Brown records with his strings in 1955. I'm
Ooh.
guessing they're saying that's the first time he did it with strings. And yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
January the 24th, tenor saxophonist Jimmy Forrest, born in 1920 in St. Louis, Missouri.
All righty. January 20th, we got drummer Jeff Tane Watts was born in 1960 in Pittsburgh. And then Miles Davis Quintet with Wayne Shorter. Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, Tony Williams records ESP in 1965.
Excellent. All right. Well, you know what? We just want to tell you that we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Every Thursday from 6 to 7, we are here for your listening pleasure and yours alone. For your appetite, for your curiosity, for all of your beautiful palates. We thank you for joining us. Please come back next week and we're going to do the same thing. Not the same thing, but we're going to be here at the same time. I take that back. Because if anybody knows about jazz, it's about improvisation. So thank you and good night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
All right.
Peace. Yeah, that was nice.
That was so nice.
You know, the gentleman.